Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and back to another Urban Calisthenics workout of my full body calisthenics routine. In this session, we've got for you 6 exercises. You'll focus on one exercise for 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for a total of 6 rounds. That's 3 minutes in total for that exercise. You have 6 exercises to do. That's 18 minutes in total. Now you do not need any equipment for this routine, just a small space to work in and you are good to go. Check out the description below if you're not sure as to the format of the routine. I'll also leave a link in the description for a warm-up that I feel is suitable for this routine. Please practice those instructionals before getting stuck in. That's enough from me. Let's see what's in store. So for the plank tuck pike combination, you're going to start by moving into a plank support position, making sure your forearms are parallel and doing your absolute best to avoid the hands coming together like so. So keep that separation on the hands where you can. From here and in the support position, make sure your shoulders are stable, your abs are pulled in and your pelvis is tucked under. From here, I'm going to work into my tuck position by hopping both knees in towards the arms, keeping that pressure on the forearms as best you possibly can. And then from here, you're going to work into your pike, getting the legs as straight as possible, still offering some pressure through the forearms. From here, I'm going to return back into the tuck position and then move into the plank support position. So into the tuck, hopping in, lock the legs in the pike, drop down into the tuck, and then return into your plank. So for our dish to overhead L, you're going to start by moving into a dish or hollow body position. You're going to bring your arms into an overhead, crushing your head with your arms and trying to keep your shoulders off the floor. I'm going to force the ribs down as best I possibly can to ensure there's no gap between the lower back and the floor. And I'm also going to keep the legs as straight as possible. From here, you're going to swing yourself up into the L. And as you do this, you bring the feet to the floor when you land the L position. Push tall with the shoulders. Bring the hands back slightly and stick the ribs out. From here, we're just going to make our way back into the dish by pulling the abs in, working one vertebrae at a time and working back into the dish. And you'll see how I bring the feet off the floor when I land that position. So swinging back up into the L, going tall with the shoulders, bringing the hands just behind the head if you can, and then one vertebrae at a time, roll yourself down and working back into your dish. So for the bear squat, you're going to start by moving into a support position, making sure the shoulders sit slightly in front of the wrists, keeping the arms as straight as possible and keeping the shoulders stable. And by that I mean, don't let the shoulder blades come together. From here, keeping the abs pulled in, pelvis under and the feet at around about hip width, you're going to move into your squat position. And you do this by pushing through your hands, but also pulling through the hips, trying to get the backside to the heels. Once you've reached that end point, you're going to drive through the legs to take the shoulders back in front of the wrists, so you don't make any adjustments through your hands or your feet at any point. From here again, moving back into the squat position, dropping down onto the heels and then returning into your support. So for the front to back lunge, you're going to start by moving into a lunge position, making sure both legs are set up to around about 90 degrees. Also making sure this back knee is quite close to the floor. The foot on the lead leg will never move out of position, as we're purely going to be focusing on what we're doing with the back leg. As we step forwards into our lunge with the back leg, we've got to make sure we land that 90-degree setup with both legs before moving back into our start position. I also want you to think about moving in as low as possible as you're moving back to front and front to back, so we're never really coming up that high as we transition through. So for the dive bomb push-up, you're going to start by moving into a pike support position, making sure the shoulders sit behind the hands, in this case around about 45 degrees. The hands are set up to around about shoulder width and the feet are set quite wide, hips are high and legs as straight as possible. As you work into the press, you're going to start by bringing the head in first, the chest in second and the hips in last. So I'm going to start by bending the arms, taking the head slightly in front of the hands, not too far. And as the head comes in, I'm going to start looking forwards, then I'm going to drive the chest to the floor without contact, and as the chest comes away, the hips will be last. From here, I'm just going to reset back into that pike position, sitting back through the hips, getting that 45-degree angle again between the shoulders and the hands, and then back into another. So head first, chest second, hips last. Also bringing the arms quite close to the body as you work into that press, so don't let your arms flare out to the side. So if this is too challenging and you can't get the depth with the dive bomb, what you can do is offer the same movement, albeit not going as far on the range. So again, it's going to be head in, but not quite to the floor. Chest can move forwards, hips can come in last. So I'm not moving as close to the floor as the previous one. So for our alternating tuck to L's, you're going to start by moving into an L position, placing one hand either side of the hips. From here, I'm going to press down through the floor, locking the elbows, depressing the shoulders, and as a consequence, the backside should lift off the floor. If this doesn't happen, you can get yourself a set of yoga blocks, placing one either side of the hips, and that should do the trick. So once you're in that elevated position with the backside, what you're going to do is start moving the feet in and out of the body. And we're simply going to move one in, move a second one in, move one out, move a second one out, and then repeat the process starting on the other side. As you'll see, as I move the legs in and out, the backside does not come into contact with the floor. So you're really having to work the shoulders, the back muscles, and the arms to keep the backside from touching the floor. Thanks so much for taking part in this Urban Calisthenics workout. I hope you had a great time challenging yourself and breaking a sweat. If you did find this workout useful and beneficial, please give me a like and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Keep up the great work, stay motivated, and I'll see you on the next workout.